Chapter 6 India, the Land of Synthesis. We are discussing about Bhakti movement. So, the next side heading Results of the Bhakti movement. Even though the Bhakti movement evolved with the aim of dedication to God, it created certain qualitative changes in the Indian social system. The propagators of the Bhakti cult, through their words and songs, maintained that everyone was equal in front of God. This strengthened the concept of social equality against caste discriminations. The idea of gender equality also began to take shape. The idea of social equality got wide popularity since the movement was led by low caste people like Tirupanna, Alvar, Kabir, Laldat, etc. Regional languages developed. Evil practices were cautioned. So these are the results of Bhakti movement. And the next side heading, growth of regional languages. The propagators of the Bhakti Sufi movements spread their ideas through their vernacular languages. Vernacular languages means Pradeshika Bhasha. This was to enable the common people to understand them. This resulted in the growth of the regional languages. Many languages such as Punjabi, Kannada, Telugu, Oriya, Assamese, Marathi, Bengali, Sindhi, and Malayalam evolved during this period. In almost all parts of the country, Persian was the court language of the medieval period. Hence, many Persian words can be found in many regional languages. Out of the relationship between Persian and Hindi, a new language, Urdu, came into being. Urdu is the most important example of the cultural synthesis of India during the medieval period. Urdu, which was spoken in the Deccan, was strongly influenced by the languages such as Telugu and Marathi. Gradually, Urdu became the most popular spoken languages of the towns. In the western coast, merchants used Arabic. Soon, it began to influence the regional languages of that area. Because of the influence of the Arabic language, a new mixed dialect, Arabi Malayalam, evolved in Kerala. People also used Sanskrit during the medieval ages. Sanskrit was used in the court of Vijayanagara on festive occasions. Sanskrit prevailed as a language of higher education. The popular literature of Sanskrit, such as the Puranas, Ramayana, and the Mahabharata, were available in the regional languages. The Persian literature influenced some poets and writers of the period. The most notable Persian writer of the period was Amir Khusro. Underline that sentence. His love towards India and the pride of being an Indian is clearly revealed through the content of his works. During this period, a large number of Indian works were translated into Persian language. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Atharva Veda, Upanishads, etc. belong to this category. The historic chronicle of Kalhana, Rajatarangini, was translated into Persian during the reign of Kashmir king Zain ul Abdin. Hindi received tremendous impetus during the medieval period. Ramananda and Kabir delivered their moral advice in Hindi. The Doha of Kabir were the finest example of Hindi literature. The Sursagar of Surdas, Ramacharita of Tulasidas, the Bhajans of Mirabai, and Padmavati of Malik Muhammad Jaisi enriched Hindi language. So here we have a table and we can understand the progress of regional languages from this. Okay, languages, works and all, and also others are there. So mark it as important and go through it. Maybe it will come for exams. Okay. And the next is music. Indian music could captivate the heart and mind like no other country's music could do. But even after 30 or 40 years, a foreigner still found it difficult to comprehend the subtle nuance of Indian ragas. So, the above words are of Amir Khusro, the greatest musician of medieval India. It was during the medieval period that music was enriched with different forms. Considerable progress was attained by the Carnatic music, the musical style of South India. The famous Carnatic musician of the period was Naik Gopal. A large number of musicians migrated from Deccan to North India during the medieval period. During the same period, a new music style evolved in North India due to the influence of Persian music. It came to be known as the Hindustani music. Amir Khusro, who lived in the Sultanate period, was one of the famous Hindustani musicians. Okay. And Amir Khusro received training in different aspects of Indian music from the Carnatic musician Naik Gopal. The medieval rulers were patrons of this category of music. New forms of music emerged during this period. The techniques of Persia were experimented in Indian music. The singing styles such as Khayal and Tumri got popularity. Many musical instruments like sitar, sarangi, tabla, etc. also became popular. The special interest of some Sufis in singing also were responsible for this. It was through the Sufi saints that Ghayal and Ghazal became widespread in India. The musical works of Sanskrit were translated into Persian during this period. The work on music Ragadarpan was translated into Persian during the regime of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Emperor Akbar was a great music lover. Abdul Fasal states that 36 musicians were patronized by Akbar. The most famous among them was Tansen. Underline that sentences. These parts are very important, dears. The Darbar Raga, which enriched the Hindustani music, was his contribution. The work Sangeeta Ratnagaram, authored by Charangadevan of the 13th century, was an important contribution of medieval India to music. The Carnatic music of South India was influenced by the Persian and Arabic music during the Vijayanagara rule. Okay, and we are moving to the next, architecture and painting. Architecture and painting attained progress in India during the medieval period. Maybe you have discussed important construction in your previous classes. It was during the medieval period that the new styles of architecture such as Dravida, Nagara, Indo-Persian, etc. developed. The blending of different sculptural styles was a speciality of the age. And you observe that pictures given in your textbook, they were painted during the medieval period. See the specialities of the paintings of that age. The painting style that came into vogue during the Mughal period is known as miniature painting. Underline that sentence. This is the style of drawing pictures like the pictures in books. It was a combination of both Indian and Persian styles. The Mughal Emperor Humayun contacted Persian artists, and Mir Said Ali and Abdul Samad were brought to his court. The Mughal style of painting was developed by them. Painting competitions were organized in the Royal Institutes, Karkhana, during the reign of Akbar. People from different sections participated in them. The stories of Mahabharata were completely compiled into a series of painting called Rasnama by Deshwant who lived during the period of Akbar. Underline this sentence. These are very important. Indian subjects and natural scenes gradually became the themes of painting. The painters of the period showed their proficiency in drawing the pictures of birds and animals. The quality of paintings increased considerably during the reign of Jahangir. Bishan Das and Abdul Hasan were the greatest painters of the period. Kalyan Das was a painter during the period of Shah Jahan. There were groups of painters during the medieval period. They were from many parts of India such as Gujarat, Kashmir, Deccan, etc. Their paintings were influenced by their respective regional styles. Their paintings were based on the themes of the Puranas and stories of both India and Persia. The wall paintings of that time were also remarkable. The wall paintings on the Tanjavur temple during the period of the Cholas were an important feature of medieval painting. The Rajasthani style was another style developed during this period. It was a combination of the traditional and the Mughal styles of painting. So many temples we have seen these types of painting, isn't it? Series of paintings. And we are moving to the last part, the conclusion. The cultural synthesis shaped in medieval India brought many changes in the history of India. The greatest models of this synthesis were Din Ilahi and Sikhism. Din Ilahi was developed by the king, whereas Sikhism emerged from among the people. The new styles introduced in the field of architecture, painting, literature, and music enriched the mixed culture of India. People from different regions of India, followers of different religions and institutions, did make their contribution to this cultural synthesis. Okay, so we just finished the first lesson of part 2 history. So dear students, study well, go through the textbook properly, underline the important sentences and reread it. Okay, thank you.